Hi guys, hi everyone. Welcome back to Shiko Hope TV USA. My name is Shiko Hope and this is the home of hope. And today, guys, as you can see from the title, we have a guest in the house. You have been asking for him, and God is good today. Here he is. And without talking more, let me introduce our guest so he can come and tell us more about this special program. And here he is, Bob.
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm doing good. Welcome to Shiko Hope TV.
Asante sana. I'm glad I'm here today on your platform. Thank you.
Yes, people have been asking for you a
Uh-huh.
very long time.
Finally, we're able to do this. It's been a while
Finally.
since you reached out, and you're here now. So we can always, you can now be able to share the information to your audience.
Exactly. And that's why you
Mm.
are here. Can you introduce yourself and tell us who is Bob?
No problem. Yes. So my name is Bob Mwiti, and I'm a Kenyan national living and working here in the US. I live in the state of Florida, in a city called Tampa, here in the US. Came to the US about, I think now 11 years ago, and I came as an international student. Then came to school as a master's student, graduated, then got into the tech industry as a consultant, worked for Fortune 500 companies here in the US. Then later on, I decided to leave that job and start my own thing, and started my own company called Abstract America, which is an IT consulting firm. And basically, what we do, we help mostly African immigrants to find education and job opportunities, especially in the tech industry here in the US. So, yeah, so that's what I've been working on since 2017. So, this is my fourth year, and here we are today.
Yes, and we thank God. You're doing an amazing job.
Asante sana. Thank you so much. You're trying. It's not that easy, but, you have to try. See, also at the end of the day, we can't just sit there and keep on, saying how hard it is for our people to get good jobs and stuff like that. You have to do something about it. And that's really what I decided to do. I left a very well-paying job
Mm.
to take a big risk to get into this consulting space. And yeah, so far so good. I mean, there's a lot of challenges out there, but so far I like it.
You like it? It is like giving back to the society, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's very satisfying, very very satisfying.
Now, can you take us through the program because that's what we are most interested in?
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah. So the program that I believe your people are interested in is the Kenya Airlift program.
Exactly.
So before even I get there, I'll give you a little bit of some background just for the audience to really understand exactly why this program was formed. Now, like I said earlier, I came to the US as an international student. I came as a master's student. I came to do my MBA. Back in Kenya, I had done a BCom. I went to school at Strathmore University. Then when I came here, and when I was about to graduate from school, I found it very hard for me to get into the corporate world. Okay.
Mm.
One of the main reasons was because I really didn't have job skills. All I had was academic skills. I'd come here for my MBA, and then when before graduating, I was trying to look for jobs. Just like everybody else out there. You are graduating, you want to make sure that you're using your post-graduation work authorization to find something, because you see, as an international student, you come on a student visa, and if, let's say, for example, if you are doing an MBA, you get a 1 year post-graduation work authorization, and that 1 year post-graduation work authorization, you must use it to find an employer willing to sponsor you if you really want to stay here long term. Okay.
Mm.
Now, for me, I really didn't want to go back to Kenya. Okay, Kenya had, I mean, there's nothing bad about it's our country and all that, but I came here, to find the opportunities that were here, and that's what a lot of our people are always looking out for. You don't want to come here, spend so much money here in the US for your, let's say, for example, for your masters, and then go back without taking advantage of the opportunities. But I was finding it very hard for me to get into the corporate world because I really didn't have any job skills. Trying even to get internship, it was very hard, and I had to actually extend school by 1 semester because if I graduated without a job, it was a very risky thing to do because once you graduate from school, you are given a grace period of about 60 days. Nowadays, they've increased it to 90 for you actually to find something. Okay, so it's a very risky thing. So if you don't find something, then you are basically, in the country illegally. Okay. Yeah. And that creates a whole lot of issues. So anyways, I was able to figure it through a connection of friends in college, mostly, it was Indian friends, Asians. They're able to connect me into the tech industry. I had come to do MBA, and back in Kenya, I'd done a BCom. So, but they told me that there's a way that I could be able to be trained as an IT person. And in fact, actually, before even I got trained, before I reached out to them, I had seen those. Most of them, they were graduating, they were getting jobs. Getting good jobs as systems analyst, business analyst, and you hear them working those big corporations. And I was like, how come I was struggling myself? And even there, other Africans that I knew in my school, they're all struggling. All of us were struggling. No one was getting a job. Remember, I told you I had to extend school by 1 semester. So, but they were able to explain to me exactly what I needed to do, which I had no idea before that. And that's really how I ended up now getting trained by some Indian companies based out of Chicago as an Oracle systems analyst. So basically, I was trained to be that person who configures and sets up Oracle system. Oracle is basically a complex system that companies use to record their day-to-day transactions, for example, expenses, revenue, and running financial reports. So I was trained to be that person who configures and sets up that kind of a system for big companies out there from the front end without necessarily doing any programming work. Remember, I said I came to do an MBA, and I had a BCom from Kenya. Me, IT was never my cup of tea. Okay, never. So I didn't know anything about IT, but a lot of people out there think that if you really want to get into the tech industry, you have to know how to code. I've been in this industry for so many years. I don't know how to code at all. Can't even write one single line of code. So anyways, so I was trained as an Oracle systems analyst, and that's how I ended up getting into the tech industry. Worked for really good companies out there, like I said earlier. And so based on those challenges that I faced when I was looking for jobs and, transitioning from being on a student visa, I was like, there must be a lot of brilliant students out there, especially from our community, from Africa, who maybe want, for example, they also want to come to the US. I was lucky enough, I was able to come here, and I was fully funded by my parents. But I knew that there's so many people out there who would want to get opportunities to study here, although it's very, very expensive. Yes. Okay. And also, I knew that a lot of people out there, they struggle so much. Brilliant Africans out there, they struggle so much to find good jobs in corporate America and also to get papers. Okay. Now, I was, that job that I got, the company that employed me, they were able to file for me something called H-1B visa, which is a work authorization that enables you to live and work here long-term as a skilled worker for up to 6 years. Okay. And then within those 6 years, you can also ask the same company or any other company out there to sponsor you for a green card through employment. Okay, so I was able to get all that. So I got H-1B visa through work and also green card through work. Okay, but I realized that most of those H-1B visas also, they are usually taken up by mostly Indians and Asians in general. You will never find a lot of our people getting those H-1B visas.
Yeah.
Okay, very few of them. You'll find like 70% of H-1B visas all go to Indian nationals. Okay, and also even green cards. Like for H-1B visas, 85,000 H-1B visas are given to skilled people here in the US. 85,000 per year. 85, okay, and 70% of those, they usually go to Indians and Asians mostly. On the other hand, also 140,000 employment-based green cards are usually given to skilled professionals here in the US. Okay, but those 140,000, most of them, they also go to Indians and Chinese, Asians. You rarely find our people getting these employment-based green cards. Okay, very, very few. So I was like, there's so many of our people out there who are brilliant. They are not able to figure it out once they graduate from school to actually be able to get, like, for example, the way I was able to get into the industry, get a good job, and get papers. Okay, and of course also so many of them out there, they may want to come here and study, but they don't have the funds because it's very, very expensive to study here in the US. So how can I solve those issues for them? Those three issues of funding to get a job here, to get into school here in the US, even if you come from not a well-off family. Also the issue of good jobs in corporate America, and the issue of immigration papers. Shiko, I'm going to tell you this. You see, as much as a lot of our people back home, most of our people, they really want to come to the US here, even to study and all that. But they actually don't really know what really happens after you come here now and you start school. They don't know how are you able now to transition from being a student to a skilled worker. Okay, and the most unfortunate thing is that about almost more than 30% of African immigrants here in the US, they don't have the right immigration documents. And guess what? These guys, most of them came to the US as international students.
The Indians.
No. Those most of those are people who come here and right now maybe they don't have the right documents to live and work here. They came here as international students. Yes. And it's quite a big number of people. About 30% of African immigrants here in the US, they don't have the right immigration documents. Okay, to enable them to live and work here legally. Yes. Okay, you see, these are some of the things that we never talk about them to the outside world. Shiro mambo ya makaratasi hapa. We rarely talk about these things, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we rarely talk about it. People will come here, someone maybe will come on a visit visa, but they are not able to go back and they are not able to get papers and they just, stay under the radar. But we never talk about these things. But you see, as a community, we have to talk about these things. If someone is coming here as a student, we have to tell them, hey, you know what? If you come as a student, if you're not able to get a good job and also find an employer who is willing to sponsor you, then it's going to be very hard for you to get papers through employment. Maybe you have to find other ways of getting papers. You understand?
Yeah.
So anyways, those challenges or those problems are the ones that I was actually trying to solve when I started the Kenya Airlift program. The issue of, getting funding to get into a school here, the issue of getting good jobs in corporate America, and the issue of immigration papers to enable you to live and work here long term. And these papers, you should be able to get them through employment. And that's why I formed the Kenya Airlift program. So it's a program that I formed more than 2 years ago. And initially, when we started the program, we just wanted to do more of like a pilot, just to see whether this thing can work. You understand? Because this is a huge undertaking. And at the end of the day, in as much as I really want to do something, also there's that fear also that it can backfire. You understand? And now if it backfires, people start thinking, oh, this and this and this. So you want, first of all, to want to see whether it's working or not. Because also this whole Kenya Airlift program, there's so many things that we try to do. We try to source for funding and stuff like that. So those things, for them to start working well, it takes time. And that's what we've been working on so far. And thankfully, it's a program that now people are embracing a lot. They've started seeing the benefits. We've been able to bring students here. And, even with this COVID, things are good. So far, so good. And, this coming intake, we're going to be having so many students coming in. So, and we are happy about that.
Wow. That is a very brilliant idea. You decided you are not going to benefit alone.
Yeah, I mean, you see, Shiko, when you come here and you have these opportunities that are here, it's good to share with the rest of the people back home, right? Even you, for example, whatever you're having here, this platform is basically to give people that information that may not have. There's so many people that I know, of course, that I believe will benefit a lot from what you share, information that you share out there. Yeah, and it's not like someone is paying you to have these, platform and share the information. No. It's basically you taking your time and going out there and actually trying to share the information to people. And you are doing a great job. And that's really what also I tried to do. I was like, let me come up with something that can be able to fix all the problems. Now, I know your next question will be, how do you now fix all these issues? Like, for example, how do you get funding? How do you get... how do you get them jobs, right, in corporate America? How do you get papers, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know
the students are there. The students are many. But now bringing them over and now starting the process.
Yeah, that's basically the hardest part, and that's really why we have the program. So basically, what we do is we work with specific schools here in the US. Schools such as, for example, University of Alabama in Huntsville. We just signed an agreement with them to bring students to them. We have a school called Grand Valley State University, also with our official partner in the program. We also work with schools. There's a school here in Tampa called University of South Florida. We are also working with Illinois State University, about 8 schools. Not all of them are official partners, but see, what we did was we started working with these schools because we know what they offer in terms of, funding, for international students. Okay, and then slowly we started getting official partnerships, because you see also when you start, no one really knows you, right? You reach out to these schools and they don't know who Abstract America is, right? So you have to show them actually you have the talent, and then from then on you have something that you can be able to present to them, and that's really how they work with you. So anyways, you have schools that you work with, and also the way we do it is, so we get students funding in terms of graduate assistantship awards, which is basically like a scholarship where the school gives you or pays part of your tuition fees, and they give you a job to work in the department that gives you that award. Okay. And but they may pay just half. So the other half, you have to figure out where to get the money. So now what we do is, because we know that anybody who's coming through our program, they're coming through our program because they are looking for funding. Okay. So what we do is we also partnered with lenders out there that offer unsecured international student loans. Okay. Our official partner is called Empower Financing. Okay. So they give international student loans, and all you need to show that you are smart. You need to show that you are really good. You have to be academically good. Okay, they don't just give to just anybody out there. All right, you have to be really good. So even anybody who's coming through our program, they are usually really good students. Okay, so we get them funded in that aspect. So it's a combination of graduate assistantship awards and unsecured international student loans. Now, also what we do, because I told you the other problem that you are trying to solve for our people through that Kenya Airlift program is the issue of good jobs and immigration papers through employment. Okay, once you graduate, then what? We don't want you to come here, go to school, and then you can't be able to figure it out how to get a job. Okay, a good job for that matter. You know, there's a lot of jobs out here, Shiko. Like, okay, hata ukienda huko nje utapata kazi mingi, but we don't want those good, I mean, we don't want that just any job out there.
Yes.
You want really good jobs for our people. Okay, so how do we make sure that these guys who are so brilliant and who have come through the program, they get good jobs? So what we do, because as a company, really our core business, before even we started this Kenya Airlift program, our core business here in the US is IT training programs. We do IT job skills training programs and placement services. Okay, so tuna trainingi watu mambo za IT here in the US, na alafu tunawatafutianga kazi. For example, if you come through our program and you go through it and you are able to, you successfully complete it, and that's by passing the exams that we have and stuff like that, we can get you a very well-paying job in the tech industry. Let's say, for example, as a business analyst, you know, as a data scientist. So that's really what we do as our core business as a company. Okay, so now those training programs that we normally offer to people who are here, for example, someone like you, if you want to get into the tech industry, we charge those programs a lot of money. Okay, but what we do is, as someone pursues, once now a student comes through our Kenya Airlift program and they are pursuing their masters, we train them on the side on those IT skills, and these are job skills.
Oh,
You understand?
wow.
Yes. Okay, and training, you know, training doesn't have to be physical, because now we leverage the power of the internet nowadays. You know, you don't have, like, for example, the training that I got once before I got into the tech industry, I had to travel all the way to Chicago. I was in school in Pennsylvania. So you don't have to travel. So we basically train you online. We have really, really amazing programs that we train on. We have training programs on robotics, process automation. We have training programs on data science, and this is on artificial intelligence and machine learning. So these are very highly marketable job skills that actually employers out there are looking for people. I mean, you see, Shiko, what people don't really know is that if, for example, if you want to get immigration papers through employment, for example, H-1B visa or a green card, you can't just have any qualifications just like an American. No. And that's why I was struggling initially. Remember, I told you, like, it was very hard for me to get a job, so I had to be trained on those job skills, IT job skills. So if you really want papers through employment, or want to get really good jobs, you have to have skills that most Americans don't have. Okay. And that's why I told you, like, earlier, that a lot of Indians, they get these H-1B visas and employment-based green cards, because most Indians, actually, they are usually in the tech industry. If you work, like, for example, the way I was working as a consultant in the tech industry, people that I used to work with, 70-80% of those people were Indians. Yes, they are the ones who do these nice jobs that pays amazingly well. Yes. So in fact, actually, statistics show that Indians are the they are the ones who get paid most money, more than any race here in America. Yes, Indians, they make more money than even the white Americans. Okay. Yes. In fact, actually, just to give you an idea, now, the median household income of Indians here in the US is around $100,000. The median household income of the best performing African group of immigrants, which is Nigerians, it's around $60,000.
Seriously?
Yes. Wow. Can you see the gap?
The gap.
It's huge. Yes, it's huge. All right. So they are doing so well. They are doing so. In those well-paying jobs, if you go into the IT industry, consulting work, the kind of job that I used to do, most of those people who are there, it's usually Indians. Even Americans themselves, you won't find them doing those jobs. So that tells you what? It tells you that these guys have skills that most Americans don't have. And that's why they are able to get those H-1B visas that we talked about. I told you, most of those H-1B visas, they go to these guys. You won't find a lot of our people with H-1B visas. You walk around and ask anybody, Kenyans or Africans that you know, how many of them have H-1B visas? Very few of them.
Few, yeah.
Yes, in our communities. You go around our communities and ask them, how many of you got green card through employment? You'll get very few of them. And yet the US government is out there giving 140,000 employment-based green cards every year.
Imagine.
And I see a lot of our people struggling to get these green cards. If you did come here on a green card, most people here are struggling to get these papers. Yes. You have to do all kinds of things that you have to do. You don't want to talk about all those things that you have to do for you to get a green card, but people are out there struggling to get these green cards. Yeah. So, but if you come here and you're smart, there's a way out. You can be able to get a pro-employment-based green card, you know, as long as you have the skills that Americans don't have. Okay? And that's really what we focus on, because those skills that we train these students on, these are IT job skills. These are skills that most Americans don't have. And that's how now, if now you graduate from school, you have your master's, and also you have your IT job skills on the side that you've been trained on. Let's say, for example, you did a master's in business analytics, for example, okay, through our Kenya Airlift program. And then on the side, you have a training on artificial intelligence and machine learning. You are like the most marketable person out there in the market.
Yeah.
Really. I'm serious. Companies will be looking for you.
Yeah.
Yes. Companies will be out there fighting to get you and pay you well.
Well.
Yes, Chico, pay you well. When I used to work, I worked in the industry, I worked in the industry for about 5 years only. And I used to make really good money. Really good. Like really good 6-figure salary.
Wow.
Yes. So our people can be able to earn this kind of money. You don't want our people to be always thinking that, making $100,000 per year, it's for Asians, or it's not for us. You understand? You should be able to come here, go to a school here, finish your master's, get a good job, a job that pays you 6 figures salary. There's no reason why our people should not be making that money. If you hear Indians are making, their median household income is 100,000, why can't we even be close to them? Why can't you hear our best performing group is making 60? That's so little.
Best. And it is the best.
That's the best. Nigerians. Huh? That's so little.
Yeah, that's very little. Sad.
So we need to challenge ourselves.
Yes.
We need to get those good jobs. If you go to the IT industry, those good jobs, IT consulting jobs, for example, systems analyst, business analyst, data scientist, those jobs also should be done by our people. It can't be just Indians who are doing those jobs. You have a lot of brilliant Kenyans or Africans here in the US, but they don't know anything about those. They don't know how to transition now and how to get these jobs because they don't have the information. Remember, I told you, Shiko, when I graduated from school, I was struggling even to find an internship, and it's all because no one was telling me anything.
No information.
No information. It was because of lack of information. Shiko, I got into this IT industry not because an African told me about it, not because a Kenyan told me about it. It's because an Indian in my class, in my MBA class, told me what I needed to do. That's how I was able to get into the tech industry. So I observed what is happening there. I could clearly see the people that you are working with. You go to those projects, they are all talking in Indian language. You'll never find any of our people. I'm telling you. Most of our people out there who are even working in corporate world, in corporate America, they are not like working really nice jobs.
Yeah.
Okay. They are just doing jobs that pays you very little. I mean, you could be working. See, also at the end of the day, it's not like when you're working in an office job, it's like you're making really good money. No.
No.
You could be working in corporate world, but you're still making very little.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I've seen with a lot of our people, even those who are working in corporate world. But there's really, really good jobs out there, especially in the tech space, okay, that pays amazingly well. All you need to do is you just need to be smart. You see, also, especially when it comes to tech in the tech space, yeah, IT is not just for anybody out there on the streets. We have to be you have to be honest, right, Chico? Right? Yes. I mean, it's what it is. If you really want to have a company sponsor you, you have to provide a lot of value for that company to spend money on you to sponsor you on H-1B visa or employment-based green card.
Yes.
You have to be that person who is solving complex problems for companies. Yes. And that's really why the US government gives these visas to highly skilled immigrants. Because these people are providing so much value to the US economy, they are solving very complex companies' issues that most Americans can't solve. That's why they have the privilege of getting these H-1B visas and employment-based green cards. Yeah, it's not just anybody who gets this. No, you have to be actually brilliant. You have to be really, really smart.
Yes.
Okay, if you're solving, if you're working as a data scientist, see kidogo, even just doing a data scientist master's program, it requires a lot of brains. But if you're able to do that kind of a scale, why should you not be able to get a very well-paying job? I mean, you should be out there working really, really well-paying jobs.
Yes.
You understand? And that's what you focus on. You focus on those brilliant Kenyans who want to come to the US. They don't have the money. We get them funded. Okay, they get into IT master's programs, and then we train them on the side as they pursue their masters, and we hook them up with employers out there who are looking for these people. And most of these jobs, IT jobs, I say, they come with papers.
Yes.
Yes. So that's really how we are able to, that's how you're able to solve the three issues that I talked about this Kenya Airlift program. The issue of funding, the issue of, good jobs in corporate America, and the issue of immigration papers.
Yes. Wow, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I can sit here and listen to you because I used to live in an apartment, a complex, and majority were Indians, and you could tell these people are not cheap. They could tell me, I work in an IT company, and I'm like, really? These people, they are blessed. They know how to do it.
Yeah, I mean, Shiko, if for example, look, you live in Dallas?
Yes.
So Dallas, if you look around Dallas, the neighborhood that are usually upscale, look around and look who lives there. Apart from your typical white American, right?
Yeah.
Who else do you think lives there? Like, for example, here in Tampa, the neighborhood that has the best schools and whatever, mostly apart from the white Americans, you mostly find it's Indians who live in those neighborhoods.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, and they are living there because they're in those careers that pay them very, very well. Yes. I'm telling you, if you go to the tech industry, I mean, if you go to any company out there, their IT department, the department where now in the skills that are needed are very complex skills. You won't find even most Americans there. Americans unapatanga huko wakifanya operational jobs. For example, entering invoices, let's say for example in an IT department or finance department, there will be the people who will be entering invoices and stuff like that, just operational kind of work. Those jobs, they don't pay you 6 figures.
Yeah.
Understand? They don't pay you 6 figures. I always tell people, if you really want to make real money, good money, where you're making 6 figures, look around. If you are working in corporate America, look around and see where Indians are. Go there. Start now asking them, what are they doing? Now try to get that kind of a skill. That's how you can make money.
Exactly.
You understand? Yeah. Don't just work in corporate world just for the sake of it. If you're really smart, you understand? If you're really smart, go there, check out, see those you always find so many of them going to the same place, if it's if it's like, for example, Verizon head office, you'll find a lot of them like in the morning going to the same department. You follow them and see what they are doing. Yes, that's where the money is. Try to do what they are doing. Try to get their skills. You will get there. I'm telling you. That's how you can make money in this America. You will make 6 figures.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now you're trying to make me flashback, and I'm like, Shiko, I'm here struggling. And I used to live with Indians, and I'm like, yeah, oh my goodness. Now, can you take us through the program? How do you get the students who can come through that program?
Fantastic. So that's a very good question. So, like I said, remember, I've told you this whole, IT thing, and you will have realized that I keep on saying about brilliant people, like smart people, right? Because this is honestly, it's not for anybody out there, right? So we have to make sure that also those who are coming through our program, they have a very high chance of succeeding in the program. Okay, so we go out there and look for people who scored at least a B in KCSE mean grade, with a B in math. And they should have scored at least a second-class division in the undergraduate. Now, here's the thing. This Kenya Airlift program is not really for undergraduate students. It's for those who are coming for masters. It's also not for those who are coming for PhD. Okay, it's just for master students, because we want those who are coming through the Kenya Airlift program to complete their studies as quickly as possible, to go out there and get jobs, because the main reason why you actually bring them here is for them to get these good jobs in corporate America.
Yes.
Understand?
Yeah.
So we go out there and look for those who scored very well, and they are really interested also in studying IT related master's programs, but they don't have to have an IT undergraduate. Here's the thing, and this is what I want to clarify, that you don't have to have an IT undergraduate for you to actually do an IT related master's program.
Yes.
This is the reason why, because you see, when people think about IT, what comes to their mind is IT is all about coding, programming, those crazy stuff, right?
Yeah.
I said I didn't have any IT background at all. I had gone to school. I did BCom in accounting and finance back in Kenya. I came here to do an MBA. No IT background. IT was never my cup of tea. I used to work in the industry, implementing Oracle system as a systems analyst, basically implementing from the front end. Okay, so when you're let's say, for example, when you're working in an IT project, there's usually people who do the coding, and there's also another group of people who actually don't know anything about coding. Yes. Okay, so I think a lot of our people need to understand this, because so many people out there, they get scared of IT. Whenever you talk about IT, they all think about coding. Oh, I can't write code. Me also, I can't write a single line of code. And yet I've been a very, very successful IT consultant, making really good money. In fact, actually, let's say, for example, if you're out there working as a functional systems analyst, basically, working from the front end without doing any coding, you actually even get paid more than a person who does the coding. Because you are the person who is on the front end. You are basically the person who is engaged in the business, and you are like the middleman between the business and the IT team. So huyo mtu wa kucode, the coding guy is usually behind the scenes just doing his coding work. Yes. So you there, let's say, for example, as a systems analyst, the way I used to work, you are the one who is facing the client. You are the one who is holding meetings, understanding business processes, and then now passing those requirements to the developers so that they can do the coding that they need to do. That's a lot of work, and you get paid really well. And it doesn't require you to know any coding. Okay, so anyways, so even when you're coming to do your master's, there's a lot of master's programs out there that actually don't require you to have any coding background. Okay, for example, you can come and do a program like, let's say, for example, operations management. It doesn't require you to know any coding. It's an IT program, actually. Okay, a program like, for example, business analytics, very, very, very small coding you need to know. Okay, and you can do it once you get here. You do a prerequisite, and you are good to go. You don't have to have like computer science background in Kenya. You understand? Yeah, and there's a few out there. A program like, for example, Masters in Project Management. You don't need to know any coding. It's an IT program. Okay, and also another reason actually why we also focus mostly on IT programs in this Kenya Airlift program, apart from just, of course, getting the IT skills, right? Also, having an IT master's degree here in the US gives you up to 3 years of post-graduation work authorization. Remember, I told you, Shiko, when I came here and I was doing my MBA, I was struggling to find work, right? And I was given 1 year of work authorization. If you come for a just regular program, like for example an MBA, that MBA will only give you 1 year work authorization, post-graduation work authorization. And within that 1 year, you must find an employer who is willing to sponsor you. Now, if you don't find an employer out there willing to sponsor you, what will happen for you to maintain your status and stay here legally? Either you will have to go back to school. There's no other choice. Or you go back to your country. Or if you want to stay here, you stay under without any papers. You understand? So it's risky. If you are coming for a 1 year, if you're coming to a program that just gives you 1 year of post-graduation work authorization, like an MBA, this is information a lot of our people don't know. And even me, when I was in Kenya before I got here, no one told me that if I came on an MBA, I'll get only 1 year post-graduation work authorization. Well, no one told me about that. Okay, and this is why I preach out there a lot. Okay, if you go to my YouTube channel, I talk a lot about these things. Like if you are out there and you are brilliant, you are smart, if you can do something like, for example, Masters in Business Analytics, okay, a STEM program. STEM basically means science, technology, engineering, mathematics. If you come here and you've done any of those programs, you're going to get up to 3 years of post-graduation work authorization.
Wow.
So, Shiko, what that means is you have enough time to figure things out. You understand?
Yeah.
And this is what people don't really know. You see, when you come here as an international student, let's say, for example, you come for your master's, right? Master's, you get 2 years to study your master's. And now, after you graduate, you have another 3 years. So you actually have 5 years to figure the issue of papers and good jobs, to figure it out. Yes. So that's why that is very, very important for us. Those who are coming through that Kenya Airlift program, they have to do a STEM program, a program that is designated as a STEM, and IT is one of those programs.
Wow.
You understand? So we really took a lot of time to think about this thing. Because see, a lot of people out there, Shiko, who hears about our Kenya Airlift program, they just think it's just a program, and it's just a program that brings students here.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not a matter of just bringing students here. There's more to that. There's a lot more that you are trying to do. Yes, there's a lot more that you are trying to do. The first year when we started this program, it took me a lot of time to think about this program and fine-tune, the program and make sure that you're not just bringing students here just to study. Then what? When someone comes here and they have an MBA, how will you be able to now find them jobs within that 1 year? It's almost impossible. I mean, that limits us in terms of how we can be able to help them in terms of finding good jobs. So, but when they are having these, when they've done a STEM program, it gives us time to even help them out to get those jobs and get papers. Now, also, another thing that I didn't talk about, Shiro, is that in the Kenya Airlift program, what also we realized is that you can actually get someone funding from this end. Let's say, for example, you Shiko, you want to do a master's here, right? You have a B plane in KCSE, everything. You meet all the requirements, and we get you funded to study here through a graduate assistantship award or a student loan. Okay, from this side, we get you funded, all that sorted out. But we realized, unfortunately, so many of our people, they are not able. You see, we are so poor, unfortunately, that we can't even. You might get someone funding on this end, but they are not even able to, to get the money needed for that whole process of coming to the US as an international student. Because that process actually requires money.
Yes, a lot of money.
So let's say, for example, if you are coming for a master's program here in the US, let's say, for example, a very good STEM program in a very good school, that school will require you to sit for an exam called GMAT or GRE. Okay, that exam, to sit for the exam, requires money, about $250. If you fail, if you repeat again, another $250. Okay, now, when you're issued with I-20, and you go to the embassy, before you go for that visa interview, you have to pay something called service fee of $350. That's already how much? That's already $600. Yes. You have to pay for student visa, $150. Now, once you get the visa, you have to do immunizations and all that. It's around $200. Okay. Now, once you do immunizations and you want to come here, there's the air ticket that will cost you more than $1,000.
Yeah.
Okay, you see, it's a lot of money already. So a lot of people, they don't have that money. And now what we did was we formed a SACCO. Okay, a SACCO is basically like a credit union here in the US. You know SACCOs, you are from Kenya, right? We have so many of them. Yeah, so we formed a SACCO called the Airlift SACCO. And basically what this SACCO does is it supports the students who are coming to the US through the Kenya Airlift program. And basically, it gives them the money for their relocation expenses. You understand? Because like I've told you, that whole process of coming to the US actually requires money.
Yes.
And many people won't have, for example, $300,000, 300,000 Kenya shillings to enable them to come here. And of course, also, as a company, as Upstake America, because we are providing so much value, we are not offering this for free as a company. You have to remember that also. It's not like it's a charity or anything like that. We are providing, you are getting them all this funding, but also as a company, we have a consultation fee that we charge. Okay. So if you add that on all these other expenses, it can be quite expensive.
Yeah.
So what the SACCO really does is it has the revolving fund. So students who join the program, they contribute into the SACCO. They contribute $1,000. That's all you need for you to make it in the US, $1,000. So you contribute into the SACCO's revolving fund account. Okay. And so now what is happening is, so because the model of the SACCO is that more students are contributing into that pot. Okay. And for every 3 students who are contributing, we send one here. Because there is money to give them for them to be able now to relocate. You understand? So if you contribute 1,000, the SACCO gives you 3,000 to take care of all your relocation expenses. All right. So that's how the SACCO is able to help the program in terms of relocation expenses that are needed by the students. Okay. So basically what we want in this Kenya Airlift program, we want a program that is self-sustaining, in the sense that we can be able, students who are coming in, because there are so many of them, they contributing to the SACCO's revolving fund. The SACCO is able to give money to those who are coming on this side. Okay. And now they're able to come here. We are able to get them funded. They're able to go through school. They finish school. We train them on the side. Those training programs, by the way, we charge a lot of money. Combined, the cost of those training programs is more than $10,000. And we offer this for free to those who are coming through the Kenya Airlift program, because we know these are smart people.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So we train them, and then later on we help them find good jobs and also find papers through employment. There's a lot of companies out there that are actually looking for people who have the right jobs. Who have the right skills.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So that's really what we do in the Kenya Airlift program. And also, even in this Kenya Airlift program, what we're also doing now is we've started also even employing some of those students who are coming through the program, because the program is growing on a daily basis. We have so many now people who are enrolling into the program, and this is creating jobs within the program itself.
Wow.
You understand? Yes. So we have some of our students actually working for us. They help out with the onboarding process and all that stuff. So many things that we are doing in the program, because you see, as the program grows, we need these brains also to help us grow as a company.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yes. So even those who are graduating from school, we can absorb them also within the company and help us grow, because these are really sharp guys that can help us, you know, build these IT systems within the company and everything else that we are doing in the program, because there's so much business that is coming from that Kenya Airlift program. We need these people also within the company ourselves.
Wow. And when they arrive, how about the accommodation?
Very good question. So you see now, when you get them funding here in the US, that funding actually covers their living expenses as well. Now, let's say, for example, we get you a graduate assistantship award, which is basically a scholarship. I told you that mostly, I mean, not mostly, all the time, that kind of an award requires you to work. But also when you work, you get paid a stipend on a monthly basis. Okay, so they pay part of your school fees, and also you're working and they pay you to work through the school. Okay. Now, on the other hand, also, because I told you, it's not just because, also another thing that I always want people to understand is, because a lot of people reach out to us and say, oh, I want you to give me the scholarship that you're offering. Okay, this program is not entirely scholarship program. You have to understand that it's a combination of graduate assistantship awards and unsecured international student loans. Okay, so you work with lenders, for example, Empower. You also utilize Prodigy loans. These loans, they also pay for your, basically they pay for your tuition fees and your living expenses. Okay, so that's how you are able to, you get the money for you to enable you to live here, for your accommodation and all that. And also what you are trying to do is, so the first month of your rent, we usually pay through the loan that you get from the circle. Okay, that money from the circle also is able to take care of your first month of rent, because by the time now your loan is disbursed to you, because it goes directly to the school and then they give you the money, and by the time also you get your first paycheck from the school from your graduate assistantship award, it's almost a month. So within that 1 month, you know, you're able now to take care of yourself through these other means of the circle's funding. And also we encourage also the students, just have something. You can't just come just like that without, you know, this is America, you understand, Shiko, right? You can't just come with nothing in your pocket, as much as the program is taking care of things. So we normally let them know these things, because that whole process usually takes time. We tell them, hey, you know what, you're coming to America maybe next year, join the program now, make sure by that time you have something. If you can't even find, I mean, you should find something, 50,000, 100,000, some pocket money somewhere. You know, if you don't have that, go do some arambe somewhere, you know. Go reach out to your family, sell something. You'll refund them. It's not like you're asking someone to give you 5 million for you to come and study here, because that's what it costs. You're basically asking your family, help me. You know, help me maybe get some 50,000 Kenya shillings or 100,000 Kenya shillings somewhere for me to enable me maybe stay in America for just a month or so. You understand? That kind of a thing. Yeah, so that you don't come here without anything. But that's really how the program is funded.
Yeah, I want to share one of your videos here. Yeah, let us see this. Let us see this one. It caught my eyes. It caught my eyes.
So we are doing some shopping for the students who are coming tonight, and I've done a lot of shopping for their breakfast. So this is where our students are gonna be staying. See how beautiful it is. Fantastic place. no, this is the bedroom. So actually, because we have one girl, so she's gonna be staying like in this one, right? Yeah, and then all the guys. Let's go on.
You're watching Success with Bob Moiti Show, presented to you by AppSec America. AppSec America is a consulting company that helps immigrants find amazing higher education and job opportunities in the tech industry in the United States. You can find our programs by going to www.appsecamerica.com. AppSec America, we wake you up to the unlimited potential within you.
Wilfred, you will be staying with this extra one.
So, did you see that? Did you see that?
Yeah. So
that caught my attention because I was like, really, this is so good.
Thank you so much. So actually, what we do is that when these students are coming here, we've been bringing them first of all to Tampa. And we stay with them for like a whole. If you watch a lot of our videos, we've have a lot of those videos where we're doing a lot of events, doing jet skiing, going to theme parks and all that. We do a lot of things. And what we are trying to do is when the students, before they get to their schools, maybe the first week, the first 3 days, they first of all spend some time here in Tampa. We mentor them, we talk to them. Having that soft landing is very, very important. That's something that a lot of people don't really understand. They don't know. When you have someone who is there for you to walk you through everything that you need to do, to tell you the do's and don'ts of America. Having myself gone through that path that you're trying to take. So what we do is we have them. We book them. For example, what you showed there is a resort that we had booked for them here. They don't have to pay for anything. It's all taken care of. Yeah. We cook for them. We have the matomas and everything. All these events. We do so many things by the beach and everything. They're not paying anything. $0. Nothing. All taken care of. Okay. We pay for all those things. Okay. And we stay with them for these days and give them all the information that they need. We bond. We advise them. This is what you need to do. To get this. This is what you need to do before you get to school. Okay. And even before they get here, we actually also have. We also do luncheons. We have a luncheon every time that before they get here at Safari Park Hotel. This is a very nice hotel in Nairobi. It's a 5-star hotel. Yeah. And we invite them. They go there for free. They don't pay anything.
Wow.
Yes. So this is the experience that we are creating to these brilliant students who are coming through the program. Okay? Yeah. So they can have that experience. They go to these nice hotels, but before they come here, they engage. They connect and they network and all that. They come here, we bond, we do all the stuff, good things. And that's also very, very important for us. And in fact, actually, what we also want to be doing is every summer we'll be doing some big things, because what we are trying to do is trying to build a community of brilliant students. So even you can go for cruise ships. You have so many cruises in Florida. Yeah. We can be inviting them for cruises. We go to Bahamas, Mexico, wherever. You can do some amazing things. You just need to be together.
Yeah. That togetherness feeling at home.
Yes.
I want another one where you are having your machoma and you guys are enjoying.
Yeah. So that's really what you're trying to do. You see, Shiko. What we lack in our community is your togetherness.
Yes,
it's lacking a lot. You look around, people are not very close to each other. You understand? And what I also realized, having worked with these Indians here in the US, one of the main reasons why they are very successful is you'll find out that they are usually very close to each other.
Very.
Windi wanasaidiananga sana. Hata huko kwa job. hata mwindi mwingine kama ajui kitu atamsaidia. Utasikia wanaongea lugha yao, watasaidiana.
Yes.
That's really not what that's something that we as Africans don't have, and that's also why you see us struggling so much in this country. Yes, we struggle so much. In fact, as much as people back home think that we are making good money, honestly, we are not making much. If you compare us with these other immigrants, for example, even the Jews, they're usually also very, 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 very close to each other, and they are very successful when it comes to business and all that. They're one of the best, well-doing, groups of people. Even look also around Africans, like for example, even like Somalis. Unajua Somali wanakuanga very close sana. You look around and see, wa Somali hata huko Minnesota wameshikana sana mpaka they are able to produce their own candidate and a win kiti ya nini ya Congress.
Wow.
You understand? Yes. That togetherness lacks within our community, especially our own Kenyan community. And that's really what you are trying also to build in this Kenya Airlift program. You are trying to build a community of brilliant Kenyans in America doing great things, good jobs. We can do a lot of things. We can implement big projects for companies. My goodness. I usually, when I think about what we can do as a company and as a group of brilliant Kenyans in this country,
minds.
Oh, my friend, we can do some amazing things. We can be implementing complex, projects for even for companies back in Kenya because we have the right skills.
Exactly.
Yes. Exactly. We can do amazing things. It requires us to be together, to be connected. Okay, and that's really what you are trying to do in the Kenya Airlift program. It's very, very important that we are together. If you can be able to do that, we can move mountains. There's nothing that will be able to stop us because we are brilliant, we are smart.
Yes. Because most of our youths back home, they went to the university, they did their first degree, no jobs.
They
become helpless, hopeless.
So, in fact, actually, if I had a way of even waiving that requirement of them to join without even contributing that 1,000, and we tell them just join, you're gonna pay us later on. I'll do that. Okay, it's only that you see also we are small. I mean, we are not that big. Also, I just started this company not long ago. I'm not a big fish. I left my job. I left a well-paying job to start this thing. So if I had the money, in fact, actually, we are always appealing even to like big partners, companies that can actually, support us, through the program, through the circle. We can even waive the requirement for these students to contribute that $1,000, and they can just join the program for free, and they can pay us later on because we know these are people. We'll make sure that they get jobs because at the end of the day, they have our money anyways. So they're coming here, we train them on all these IT skills because also it's free for them. It costs us a lot of money to actually deliver these trainings, but we know because these are very smart people, later on, they'll be able to pay us back. That's even why, for example, even the lenders that you work with, right? These lenders, they don't just lend to anybody. You have to be smart. You have to be a very highly, someone who has a high chance of getting a job. Exactly. And that means you have to be someone who is smart. That's how they look at, because those loans are unsecured. You don't have to have any security or collateral for you to get the loan that we offer in the program. No. You just have to be smart. But being smart means that you've done very well for your in your undergraduate, and also you pass the GMAT exam that we talked about. If you do that and you are going to a school that they work with through our program, you should not have a problem getting funded. Even through a loan.
Yeah, I want us to see another short video from your videos. Let me share it here because this one also, it is a good one, so people can see the situation in Kenya for our youth.
And I am a law graduate. Hi, my name is Doreen and I studied Bachelor of Strategic Management.
Mambo, mimi naitwa Andy na nimefanya production campo. John Gige, My friends call me JP, and the campus is specialized in animation and motion graphic design. Well,
Wow.
it's quite challenging.
Well, I can't even like Nikubaya. Man, you have to know someone or have like 50 years experience.
Hakuna majobo lai, hakuna wera. Kazi tu ni niko tu.
And in fact, currently we have like over 1 million unemployed youths in this country. And even if you get the job, they'll want you to work for little to no pay. And I'm speaking from experience. It's almost hopeless.
Mazee tumekuwa master in tamaki. Hata sijui gava ituweke eleni yetu na ndana mandae. Juu, kutembea tumetembea. No man. It's been 2 years and I'm still looking for work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've thought about it, but it's not easy, man. Nishawai, but place ya kuanzia kufika huko kwanza. Don't know.
But it involves a lot. Like, I will need money. Being a new graduate, I don't even know where I'll get the millions to go there, let alone the procedures for you to be able to apply for the entry exams and to get even a good university. Like, it's just a lot. And not to mention the visa application process, which is a nightmare on its own. I've tried applying for visas severally, but I keep on getting declined every single time.
Nakumbuka, each time ki apply, pia hiyo ni do zenye hatuna kuanza bana.
I'd love to, but it just seems like a dream. AppSec?
Yes, AppSec America. It is a consulting company based in Tampa, Florida, that offers consultation services on graduate studies in the USA, as well as self-development training programs in the field of IT. Through their award-winning airlift program, AppSec America assists graduates wishing to further their studies abroad gain admittance to prestigious universities in the USA by sourcing for their funding in terms of unsecured international student loans and graduate assistantship scholarships.
We also pride ourselves in the fact that we not only provide you with sources of funding for your master's program, but also as you pursue your studies here in USA, we train you for free on the latest IT job skills.
Oh, yes. Though that is our situation, the situation
Yes.
of our youth back home.
Yep.
Very
It's
sad.
really bad. It's
Very
sad.
Yes.
It's sad. In fact, actually, Shiro, most of the students who we have in our program, most of them actually, they don't have jobs. They are looking for all these online, writing jobs and stuff like that. They have no jobs. And these are brilliant young people. Yeah.
You are doing amazing job. And I have to congratulate you for that.
Asante sana. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I know, we've been getting a lot of support, especially from people back here in the US, those who are really seeing what you are trying to do, I mean, Shiro, we have to come up with something. We can't keep on complaining all the time, there's no jobs, there's no ways of someone being able to come to this side. Let's do something. We have to come up with something, and it's something that we are working on now. And the good thing is now so many people have embraced the program. We have over 300 students currently enrolled into the program.
Wow, 300?
Yeah, over 300, yes. Right now, actually, we are averaging about a student a day. Right, this month that just finished, we had almost 40 students that we enrolled. So it's catching steam. I by next year, probably January, who knows? We could be hitting maybe even 100 students a month just enrolling into the program. Yes. So I mean, there's so much potential in the program. I can see us doing very, very well. We just need to keep on pushing and just getting people out there to know that there's these opportunities that exist for them to be able to come here and we do our part. Also, what we try to do also, Shiko, is that because a lot of people out there ask about visas, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, visa is a big, it's the elephant in the room, okay? And we get these questions a lot. Now, if someone comes through the program, then are they guaranteed visas, okay? Now, myself, I got denied visa 4 times before I got here, 4. And what we do, we have a very, very intensive visa coaching program in this Kenya Airlift, where we train those students who are coming through the program before they go to the embassy. We train them on what they need to say when they go to the embassy. And guess what? We have 87% approval rate for visas.
Wow.
Yeah, which is amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because normally Africans approval rate for Africans out there, it's about 30%, but our approval rate is 87%. And in fact, actually, we are trying to, even improve those, those statistics better. We have to keep on training these guys on how they need to answer those questions at the embassy. Most of the time, actually, at the embassy, what they want to see is that you can be able to answer what they're asking you, what you're coming to study here and all that. And they also want to see that you are funded, and you are providing that in our program. Our program, if you're coming through a program and you're going to the embassy, you don't go to the embassy with bank statement claiming, oh, my uncle, my auntie is paying for my education, because that usually doesn't go anywhere. You go with the letters from the lenders and the school where you've gotten the graduate assistantship award. And that's how you're able to get a visa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this last question. I'm asking on behalf of my cousin's cousin.
Okay.
He did bachelor's in computer engineering. He works as a software developer in Kenya.
Okay.
He is earning something good.
Yes.
Can you advise on maybe coming over here, do masters and upgrade?
Yes. Now, someone like that who has that kind of background, they can come here and do a master's. Let's say, for example, they can take up a master's in. I would highly advise them to also look into data science, because right now in the 4th industrial revolution and a lot of IT skills they require, it's more into data science, more into artificial intelligence and machine learning. Okay. And that's the field of data science. So if you can be able, let's say, for example, you've done software engineering and then you marry that, you combine that with something like artificial intelligence and machine learning, and this is basically data science, you will be very, very marketable out there. Like companies will be looking for you. Yes, so you can come do a data science and analytics master's program. You already has a software engineering undergraduate, and come here maybe through the Kenya Airlift program. You also train him on job skills as he pursues that master's program. And to them hook up na jobs. Jobs, you see, also another thing that a lot of people ask is about, how about jobs? Are there jobs? Jobs are usually there for people who have the skills.
Yes.
People, if you have skills that you are solving complex issues for companies, jobs are there. Jobs are there, and these jobs pay really, really well.
Good.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, Bob, for coming. I don't know if you had something you wanted to tell us, and maybe I heard you.
Apana. In fact, actually, we've been able to pretty much cover everything. I don't think there is anything that we didn't cover. I like the fact that actually you also gave me time to be able to explain everything without even interrupting or anything like that, so that I can be able to explain to people. Because see, this program also, someone needs to sit down and listen the whole thing for them to really understand exactly what you're trying to solve. Okay. But having said that, I think also what I can tell people is that if you're out there and you're really interested into the program, just go to our website. It's www.kenyaairliftprogram.com. Program as in program.com. Once you go there, there's a link, there's a button there that says download program handbook. Just put your information there. You'll be able to download the program handbook. The program handbook is that something page document that gives you all the information about the program, maybe even more information that we haven't talked about today. You know, we can't exhaust everything, but all those nitty-gritties of what the program is all about, how it works, the next steps of onboarding, you can be able to get into that. You can get all that information from the program handbook. Also, in the same program handbook, there's also our contact details. We have an office nowadays. We've opened an office in Nairobi. At Utalii House, Utalii Lane, North Wing, first floor, suite number 4, next to Simplex. So if you go there, you'll find our program management officer there. She'll be able to answer all your questions. We opened the office this year because initially when we started the program, we are doing everything online. Kenyans out there, they don't trust online businesses. So we had to actually be on the ground.
Yeah.
But I understand where they are coming from because there's so much, conning and things like that. And in fact, actually, a lot of people, they are not embracing the program that much initially because, they had never heard about something very nice like this one, this program is quite unique. It's a very unique program, and because there was nothing like this before, so a lot of people are very, very careful to get into the program. But now we have the office there. We've been featured a lot, by the way, on mainstream TV stations. For example, we've been featured on KTN, Daring Abroad. We've been featured on NTV as well. One of our students, actually, his story was carried 2 weeks back on NTV. Also, I've been featured on NTV as well on Daring Abroad program. We've also been featured on Voice of America, which is an international TV station based out of DC. We're covering an audience of over 200 million people, both in Africa and everywhere across the world. And these are people who actually, see what we are trying to do. Even like if you go to my YouTube right now, even the first video that I put there, it's a feature that we just featured last week by Voice of America. This is a very reputable international TV station that has actually they've seen what you're trying to do, and so there's nothing to worry about. It's good to do your due diligence, but also don't be, because a lot of people out there, they get discouraged by others telling them, oh, you'll be conned and blah 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 and all that. Take a risk. Okay, do your due diligence. You have a lot of information out there on the internet. If you search Kenya Airlift program or you search me, you're gonna find a lot of things, information about the program, right? I personally also have won a lot of awards. Early this year, I won an award, by International Council of Professors here in the US, and these are mostly Jungus. These are not even Africans recognizing us, right? Okay, because they can clearly see what we are trying to solve, right? I've won other awards also, so this is a very, very genuine program. We're out there to actually help you out, okay? And you just need to trust the program, okay? Do your due diligence, but also, you should be able to, don't take a lot of time thinking about it. The program is genuine, everything is out there. And once you join the program, if you're a really ambitious person and you have the right requirements that you are looking for, we want you to be in the program. Don't stay out there struggling without any jobs. Omba watu wa nyumbani kakitu, ingie kwa program, alafu you'll find yourself on this side very soon.
Yes, and I have to congratulate you even for that award that you won.
Asante sana.
You're doing amazing. And now from today, as you count that NTV, Citizen, wherever, be counting Shiko Hope TV USA covered your story.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much, Shiko Hope. This is an amazing platform that you are sharing information to our people. You can't imagine how many people will see this video. Okay, those who qualify. In fact, actually, the reason why, remember we had set up some time,
3 months ago.
3 months ago, right? And then we all have busy lives, right? But then again, because normally when someone is joining through our program, we usually ask them, like, where did they find our information from? And someone mentioned that they were watching your YouTube. And then, normally like the way you watch YouTube, and then after that, some other videos, they get, they get proposed for you to watch.
Yeah.
Somehow they were able to watch my video after you watching your thing. And that's how they ended up joining the program.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah, and then I remembered, Shiko, okay. They were supposed to have a meeting with her, and that's how I reached. I was like, let me write to her immediately, so that I don't forget.
Ready.
Yeah.
I was very ready waiting for this. God works in mysterious ways. God planned that we are going to do it in October, not in July.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thank you so much for coming.
Thanks.
This is amazing, and that calls for us to edit this video. It is 1 hour, almost 20 minutes, but worth it.
Sana. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
God bless you too. Have a good night.
You too.
And who is going to watch this video, go to Bob Mwiti's YouTube channel and watch all those videos, testimonials, and everything.
Oh yeah, and they can subscribe also. So there's a lot of videos out there about studying in the US. A lot of information. It's not just Kenya Airlift. So they are very interested in studying here. They can always subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.
Exactly. Bye, guys. See
All
you.
right. Bye.
Yeah.